Hello guys, welcome to Race Weekend post-race review Bahrain Grand Prix 2024 from a fan's perspective. As the first race of the season, it started pretty well. No major incident or accidents. Top drivers of the race are Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez, and Sainz. Top five teams that made to the point positions are Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes, McLaren, and Aston Martin. During the streaming, as the first race of the season, there was a bit of glitch. Audience were not able to see pit stop timings. Apart from this, it was a pretty good start for the season and hope it gonna be quite an entertaining one. Now let's talk about more in depth about Bahrain Grand Prix winning team and drivers. Today was a golden day and a golden start for Red Bull. First, second, and constructor podium. It's like a dream come true. Verstappen, the kind of dominance what he displayed last year, hoping it's going to be continued this year too. But after first race, your hope becomes your convictions and it gives you more confident that it gonna be a wild year this time. Max race pace was on next level. 1 second lead by the end of first lap. Are you kidding me? Like yeah, I was expecting it around half a second, but 1 second. And by the end of this race, it was like phenomenal. It was not even at a level of reach for the rest of the drivers. On the Ferrari side of the garage, it feels they are filled with dilemmas. Hamilton's transfer to Ferrari was a huge newsbreaker. Letting off Carlos by the end of this season was a bit heartbreaking for me. He was one and only race winner last year who basically broke the train of winning of Red Bulls. He was on fire today. What a nice drive. Ferrari machine looks quite promising. They usually make nice cars. Their liveries was one of the best of this season. The touch of yellow on red, what a combination. But as a Formula One team, all this comes second. Fastest car, best driver, winning championship comes first. The way Ferrari started their season, I can just hope they can maximize and put their best. I know both the drivers were discussing they are not fighting to Max or Red Bull, but they have to work on themselves, on their car and team so that they can have the position that they deserve in the paddock. On the other hand, Charles need to overcome his fear from last year, need to find his problem, work on it and give his best. Today's race, he was good, but turn 10 was like his enemy. After every one or two lap or at a crucial position, he got a lockup over there, which harmed his race. Overall, as a first race of the season, I can't comment how Ferrari gonna perform for the rest of the season. But as you say, everyone is a Ferrari fan. And as a fan, I would love this team, these drivers to perform really good this season. Best of luck for Ferrari, both the drivers, Charles and Sainz. Behind Ferrari, Mercedes are really catching up. There was a huge gap between Russell and Hamilton. But if you see the performance and compare both the drivers, Hamilton performed at George. He started from 9 and finished at 7, where George started from 3rd and finished on 5th. George's fastest lap was 1 minute 35.065 seconds, whereas Lewis's fastest lap was 1 minute 34.722. George was also suffering from the same problem from which Ferrari and the rest of the drivers were suffering. Turn number 10. This same turn cost George his position too. I hope in coming races they will overcome all this problem. I really want Lewis to perform this year as this is his last year with Mercedes. Winning 7 world championships along with this team which has been a part of his F1 career. It would be really sad for Mercedes and their fans. But hope before moving to Ferrari, Lewis can give us the best run for our money. On the other hand, upper midfield teams like McLaren and Aston Martin, their performance was not so good, not so bad. Overall, as a first race of the season and taking note of their performance last year, we can expect them to perform better on coming races. As of for this race, they have performed better than my expectation. One thing during the race I didn't able to understand the strategic advantage that they were thinking they're gonna gain after their driver swap. There was two driver swap. In my understanding, both were of no benefit. The first driver swap was between Alonso and Stroll. Yeah, I can understand 9th and 10th, a difference of 1 point. It do matter. But what was the need of that? On the other hand, VCARB did the same or used the same strategy for their drivers too. For them, it was of no need. Yeah, if they can overtake the drivers in front, then that can be justified. But after swapping their drivers, Daniel was also struggling in overtaking Magnussen. I don't think this step was necessary because this gonna create a rift between your drivers. To win a championship, you need both your drivers to perform well and have a good coordination among them. You guys are not running for championship. You guys are running for points. Both the drivers' performance will affect the and on their constructors standing too. So hope VCARB will handle this situation wisely and will not make this kind of silly mistakes on coming races. And at the end, I would like to discuss few more drivers and their mistakes and achievements. Nico, his performance in qualification was really good. He started his race from point position number 10. Made one mistake, was sent to the grid, like literally behind the grid, just in front of Sargent. Such a good start for you and your team, but didn't able to cash it out. After a long time, they got such a good machine and experienced driver. Expect them to perform better than last year and to bag some points in their pocket. Second is Bottas. His pit stop was a disaster. Like, how can you make same mistake again in 50-second pit stop? Like, you are not even in the race anywhere. If this kind of performance will be there, it's gonna be a really hard season for Kicksal. They need to look into it and work on it. And at last, the team I want to discuss is Alpine. You guys might have been seeing lots of memes regarding Alpine that they have bought a tractor for this season. And it seems the same on the track. Last year, your car, your drivers, your performance was showing some positive results. And in this season, I was expecting that they will improve on top of that. But it looks they are going the other way. That's all for today. We'll catch you up next weekend for Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. Till then, take care, drive safe. Bye bye.